It's your boy. I'm back with another live. Welcome to Just My Opinion podcast. Welcome. Can you do your boy a solid? Can you do your boy a favor? Rate, comment, subscribe. Hit the join membership button. Membership has its privileges, even though that is optional. Okay, you don't have to do it. All right. Got different tiers on the membership. But first and foremost, hit the subscription button, the notification bell, share this content with your friends, family, as well as your followers. Hit the like button, and let's get into today's story around the association of the National Basketball Association that is called the NBA. All right. So Chris Paul agreed to a 1-year contract to return back to the Los Angeles Clippers. I think this deal is around $3 million. So that's very good money for a 40-year-old. And Chris Paul this will be his 20th season in the NBA. Now, he did do a podcast or a talk show where he indicated that this will be his final season playing professional basketball. I think he's going to make this his last final season, but you never know. Who knows? Maybe around this same time next year, if the money's right and if the opportunity is right, he may, try for a 21st season. But as of right now, he's, saying that this is his final season playing basketball. And that's good. That's good. Now, last year he was with the Spurs. I think he did a lot of great things with the Spurs. And he will be joining, since he signed a 1-year deal with the Clippers, newly found member of the Los Angeles Clippers, Bradley Beal, as well as you already got Kawhi Leonard over there, and you got James Harden. Now, he once played with James Harden when both of those guys were with the Houston Rockets, okay? So these guys are familiar with one another, okay? So let's talk about it. Now, a lot of people thought that the Los Angeles Clippers were going to be a super team since they added Bradley Beal, because they already got Kawhi and they already got James Harden. And I've said on numerous occasions about the Los Angeles Clippers, they're the dollar store version of a super team. This is going to be as close as a super team you're going to get. Now, all four of these players once, when they were in their primes, signed max contracts. They can pretty much dictate where they wanted to go, this, that, and the third. But those times are long and gone. All right. So Kendrick Perkins talked about how when people were talking about, oh man, the Clippers they got themselves a little small super team over there. And Kendrick Perkins said, pump the brakes, calm down. All right. Even with Bradley Beal, Kawhi Leonard, and James Harden, it's going to be difficult for them to come out of the West, particularly making it to the NBA, the Western Conference Finals. I think they're going to be very competitive. But I even said that, it'd be different if those three players play all 82 games. All those three players are not going to play 82 games. Kawhi Leonard is going to, take a break during the season. Plus, he's probably going to be injured. James Harden, likewise. Thanks for the thumbs up. And Bradley Beal has missed several games. He's been an injury-prone player, even with the Phoenix Suns and with the Washington Wizards. Chris Paul, on the other hand, you're not getting the Chris Paul that you got 6 or 8 years ago. All right, who was a traditional point guard. So having all four of those guys get there, I still come to the same conclusion. The West is too jam packed. Thanks for the thumbs up. The West is too jam packed. They're gonna have to worry about the Houston Rockets, the San Antonio Spurs, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Those are the top tier teams. I think they can squabble with the best of them with the Los Angeles Lakers, even with LeBron. I think they can come even in a series with the Los Angeles Lakers. The Sacramento Kings, they're no slouch either. And the Golden State Warriors are, they can squabble with the Golden State Warriors as well. Uh, wouldn't surprise me if the Golden State Warriors win the series between the Los Angeles Clippers. But and there's going to be a team lurking in the West that no one is talking about as of right now. But I think they're going to be very competitive in the season, but it really based on the health and the status of those four players I just mentioned. If all four of those players can play all 82 games, if all four of those players are willing to adjust, because this is their best opportunity to win a title, okay? Uh, with all four of them on the same squad, all right? So I'm sure Chris Paul went there as far as possibly winning a title with the Clippers. And like I said, hey, what's up? What's up? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I'm saying hi right back to you. All right. So, all this is Chris Paul's best opportunity to win a title. Now, that word around campfire is he was kicking the tires around with the Los Angeles Lakers. I do feel like if the Los Angeles Lakers didn't sign Luka and it was just LeBron on that ball club, LeBron would have had some influence to get the front office to sign Chris Paul. But those days are no more. The Los Angeles Lakers are moving away from LeBron and they're ushering in Luka, and they have signed talent to fit around Luka more than LeBron. Okay. I like, hold up. Okay. I like eating rocks. Okay. Cool. You like eating rocks? All right, man. Be careful. Eating them hard rocks, man, particularly rock candy, you can hurt your teeth. But back to what this live is about. So yeah, that's I don't, see anything changing with the Clippers, and it really based on their health and the status of that team, and it also really based on somebody's going to have to, um, just go with the flow and take a, a step back so the other players are allowed to get more touches on the ball, or allow those players to be those same players when they were once in their prime. I feel like out of all the players, I feel like Chris Paul is willing to take a backseat role. Pause. I also believe that Kawhi Leonard would do it because he's the leader. And I feel like I do feel like James Harden has a huge chip on his shoulder. He's not going to change. What you see with James Harden is what you're going to get. And Bradley Beal is really competing for a contract. Okay, Bradley Beal is really playing for where he's going to be next season. All right, so that's a different type of motivation from Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal is really fighting for his future, what little future he has in the National Basketball Association. But he wouldn't mind winning a chip. But with all of these moves, and I've said this on countless times, I don't see the Los Angeles Lakers even making it to tier one. All right, they're going to have a hard time with the top teams that's competing to try to get a chip, and I just don't see. I think they're going to be very competitive with the middle tier teams like the Lakers and the Golden State Warriors. And we'll have to wait and see on the lower tier of the remaining teams in the West. But the West is don't sleep on the West. I think they're going to be very competitive. Okay, the West is going to be severely competitive. Okay, So yeah, that's pretty much it on the Chris Paul signing 1 year contract with the Los Angeles Lakers. Real fast, real quick. I talked about it on my other channel about the WNBA. The WNBA players were wearing T-shirts, practice T-shirt, warm up T-shirts saying "Pay us what you owe." Um, and we have always had these conversations about the WNBA and the WNBA. This will be their consecutive season where they haven't made it to the plus side as far as earning revenue. Okay, the WNBA. The only reason why it exists anyway is not because of. And I like the WNBA. I like the players of the WNBA. I think the WNBA has evolved since the beginning of the WNBA. Um, the WNBA is not that bad. I kind of like it. Okay. But the problem with the WNBA and the problem with the players like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and others, they need to realize that even though they're popular on social media, they're popular everywhere else, as far as sports, you want your league to take care of itself. The MLB takes care of itself. The NFL takes care of itself. The NBA takes care of itself. So, a lot of the endorsements that the WNBA are and the players the getting is because of their partnership with the NBA. Plus, the NBA funds the WNBA, so it's kind of hard for people to take you very seriously when you say pay us what we owe when you can't even take care of your league. And that's why I go back to Angel Reese comments about Caitlin Clark. I think it's very competitive. I think the rivalry is very competitive, but you don't want to get to a point where you're mudslinging. There's a lot of people out there that are big time Angel Reese fans, current and former players of the WNBA, coaching, reporters, things of that nature, who are big fans of Angel Reese, and they co-sign what Angel Reese is saying, trying to say that the reason why the WNBA is popular because of all of us. It's not just Caitlin Clark. When Angel Reese and others should look at it this way: if people are coming to your arena and watching your game solely based on Caitlin Clark, then you just got to accept those facts. As long as you get them in, as long as you get them into the room, you can showcase other things about the WNBA. Yeah, I know you like Caitlin Clark. I know you dig her play, but we got players for today as well as in the future that you need to really be paying attention to. All right. So it's marketability. Okay. It's what resonates to the casual fan. A lot of casual fans are not going to know Angel Reese stats. A lot of casual fans are not going to, they're not like hardcore fans. Okay. And there are hardcore fans, but what makes your league popular are the casuals. The casuals are willing to buy the season tickets, the WNBA pass, and all that stuff. Okay, the shoes, the merch, all of that stuff. The casual fans, there are more casual fans than hardcore fans, and sometimes you have to embrace that. Okay, perception is reality. Okay, so I like the WNBA. But sometimes I think the WNBA gets into its own way. Embrace why people are watching your product. If they're watching it because of Caitlin Clark, then embrace that. As long as you get them into the room and they're Caitlin Clark fans, you can also showcase the other talent of the WNBA. So when you do that, you have your own identity, and the league has its own identity. And the WNBA, it needs to get to a point where it can take care of itself. It doesn't need the big brother of the NBA to constantly um, you know, just keep them, uh, existing. You have to exist on your own. You have to stand on your own 2 feet if you want people to take you seriously. And I think the WNBA needs to do that more, and then the rest of it will follow. Then you will get those big time contracts for the females over there. You get those big time sponsorships. You get those big time signature shoe deals, and things of that nature. Okay, but first let's just take care of the WNBA standing on its own too, and it doesn't need the big brothers support of the NBA to coexist or to even exist. All right. So let's get that going. And then once we get the WNBA popping, then we should worry about. And hey, look, by that time, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, they'll be in the middle of their careers. Okay. But you shouldn't be looking at it from, hey, I want to take care of myself now. Sometimes you have to make a sacrifice and say, hey, look, where we're going, it may not benefit me now, but it will benefit other players moving forward. Okay. That's the mindset you're going to have. Okay. Similar to what the older players in the WNBA, that was their mindset. Okay. They said, hey, look, the steps we're making may not benefit us as of right now, but it will benefit the future players later on. All right. So you have to sometimes, don't put the cart in front of the horse. Sometimes, you, you got to come to the realization that where you want to get at, you may not reap those benefits where you want to get at, but someone down the road, it will heavily um, help them. Okay. So yeah, uh, that's my mindset on the WNBA. I think the WNBA is a fine product. I love watching the WNBA. I'm intending to go see some games next year live, like I do with the NBA, and they're very affordable. Um, and I'm gonna check it out. I'm not a closet fan or casual fan. I know the players front to back, but yeah, I'm gonna start seeing some more games in the WNBA in person, and I think you guys should do as well. All right. There was one more comment. Okay. Ja- uh, what is that? Janice Parker? Well, Parker, Miss Parker said hi. Wallace, what's up? He also said hi as well. Okay. So yeah, I'm about to bounce up out of here. And I will see you guys on the next live or when something important goes down. Be sure to hit the subscription button, the notification bell. Share this with your friends, family, and followers. Let's get my YouTube channel lit in the YouTube algorithm. I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you guys have a blissful day. All right. Talk to you guys later. Deuces.